Hi everyone, this is Tuplex. Welcome back. It's been a few days since the last episode. I've been a little bit busy. Sorry for the delay, but ready to get back to it here today. Since the last episode, I was doing some work offline and I've been getting more and more biter attacks, which is not surprising since the pollution cloud is spreading and the biter nests that I've already cleared are sometimes, returning, or at least they're re-expanding in areas that I've already cleared. So we've got several biter nests that are within the pollution cloud, and when that happens, they're going to be making attack after attack since the pollution triggers them. And with the mods that I'm using, the biters are a little bit smarter than in vanilla. For example, I had a radar right here, and even though I left little gaps in this wall here that I built, the biters would not seek out the hole in the wall as I had hoped, where they could get destroyed by the turrets. They would just come over here, eat a hole through the wall, and then go in and destroy my radar. They did that a couple times. And there were some other parts of the base where they would go, in between some of these fortified positions that I built. So rather than building more and more of these bunkers closer and closer together, I did wall in the entire base in between the turrets, as you can see. But again, they'll, if they're in between areas where my turrets are covering, they can just chew a hole in the wall and get in. So this is not very effective. And like I said, in order to make this more effective, I would have to have the turrets close enough, like here, to where they overlap one another. But, I figured if I'm going to do that, I might as well start, rather than going with this bunker design, I might as well start building a more typical wall that is lined with turrets, so that I have sort of a continuous turret coverage all around the base with no gaps. So that's what I want to start to work on today. And if we have some time, we can start to do circuits, but I think I'd rather get the defense started now. Now, we don't have laser turrets yet, but I do have flame turrets now. So over here, I set up a little place to start making flame turrets. The flame turrets take engines, gears, pipes, and steel. So I already have pipes and gears to make the engines themselves. And then I have the engines, of course. And then I had this steel line, which I was using to make drones. So it was simple enough just to extend these over and put a couple machines making turrets, flame turrets. All right, so I've got about 50 of those done. They take a while to craft, 20-second crafting time, which is why I have two machines there. So lacking laser turrets, any defenses that we build right now would have to consist of gun turrets and flamethrower turrets. So that's what I'm going to start to work on today. We'll start by designing a blueprint of some kind. I think we can pick that up now. Don't really need that. We can start to remove some of the defense that we have on the inside of the base. Not too much, but some of it certainly. Oh yeah, there's my turrets. And I think I'll expand this to make 2 stacks at a time. And this way, as I start to expand the base, I can replace this sort of thing with the new wall design, whatever that happens to be. Okay, so let's see. Since this is close, I think maybe we'll design the new wall right here. So I'm going to remove this. We'll pick this up and then we'll replace this with something else. Now this new design, I do want it to be I want to be able to upgrade it with laser turrets when they're available, so that the end design will have laser turrets, flamethrower turrets, as well as gun turrets. So we can start with just guns and flamethrowers, and then when laser turrets become available, I'll make another blueprint with laser turrets added to it that we can just paste down on top of it. Okay. So, how do we want to do this? First of all, I think I want to set the wall in front, rather than having the wall right up against my path. I think I'd like to have the turrets on the side of the path and then have the wall out in front, and maybe I'll do shark teeth as well. Yeah, I think that'll be a good idea. And then we can also reserve room for roboports so that we can have construction bots that'll repair it. So that'll be important too. And I think I have... Okay. Can I make No, I can't even... I can't craft roboports yet. So I do have a blueprint though that it just has 2 roboports in it, so I know what the distance is between roboports before I can actually build them. Right, so that way I can include these as part of a blueprint, or at least part of the planning for a blueprint. So, let's see. Yeah, so two roboports are not quite going to reach unless there's some sort of advanced roboport in the game. Okay, yeah, we do eventually have access to the advanced roboports. And those have an area of 400 by 400 tiles. So that would be the end game solution. And I have a feeling that 400 by 400 is going to cover well more than one of these things. Let's see. Yeah, these are what, 3 by 3? So that's 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 18, 21, 24, 27. All right, so it's 30 tiles between power poles. Times 2 is 60. Yeah, so it's about, what, 68, maybe 68, 70 tiles. Let's call it 75 tiles from center to center. So that would be, or from edge to edge. Yeah, so about 75 tiles from the center of one to the center of the next. So I could, I could put like one of those advanced roboports right here and probably cover 4 grid sections. So what I'm trying to say is I think I can get away with not including roboports in the wall itself. And later on we can just build a big robot network within the grid. So I'm not gonna bother with that blueprint then. Okay, yeah, I don't have it. So all right, well, let's get started. Let me get some of those medium power poles. I am making those now too. And I'm going to get rid of the wooden ones, and from this point forward we'll just use steel power poles instead of the wood ones. So let's make that our center point. Oh, nice. Okay, these cover a continuous area. Actually, I wouldn't have that one because Well, yeah, I would, because this is always going to be... I'm not going to have this inside the grid. This is always going to be on the outside of the grid. Okay, that's on the first tile there. That's on the second tile. Right? Yeah. Okay, so this could shift one way or the other. But this also means that as I tile it, it's not going to exactly fit. So I think what might be good would be just to double up this power pole. Like that. Okay. Yeah, it doesn't tile very nicely, does it? Let's see, what if I put that down? Alright, so we'll have double power poles every once in a while. But then it'll tile well, and I think that's important to keep things arranged well. Alright, come on, buddy. There we go. Okay. So this will give us power for laser turrets, wherever we happen to place those. Now, the gun turrets have a range of 25. Laser turrets have a range of 30. Okay. So I think what we can do, so that's a 5 tile difference, right? So if we put laser turrets here near the power poles, we could put the gun turrets here, and then their range, the edge of their range would coincide with one another. But is that what I really want? Laser turrets don't require ammo, so it might be good to have them start to shoot first, maybe kill some stuff, or at least soften them up before they get within range of the gun turrets. So it might be better to have the gun turrets further back, actually. And that way the gun turrets would only need to fire if it's a large attack, or particularly tough biters. That sounds better to me. And what is the range of the flame turrets? I didn't pick any up. Let's go get some. Okay, flame turret range is 30. Okay, so flame turret range matches the laser turret range. And it's got a minimum range. So maybe it would be good to have... Maybe it would be good to have... Let's consider this to be a laser turret. Maybe it would be good to have laser turrets first, and then flame turrets, and then gun turrets. In fact, we can have them all just one in front of the other. Okay. Of course, if I put it there, then the power poles won't reach. Alright, so let's do that. Okay. Then we're going to need supply of ammo. So we can have, what I think I can do is just have like one depot of ammo. And just feed the entire line. Right, so we'll still have a supply depot in each grid section, but just a single one. So then I'm going to have to move all this forward by one tile so that I can get inserters in. And now the inserters are outside of the power poles. Okay. So let's put the power poles there. I'll move the flame turret ahead by one tile. Yeah. There. All right. So how many of these do I need? Let's just do one at each pole. Okay. Now, is that tileable? Not quite. Okay, but that would be. Right. No, because that last power pole is one onto the next one. I don't think this is... Whoops. Let's see what other stuff I have to research. Looks like I've only got 2 left. There. These poles don't quite reach long enough. Let's see, how many tiles do I have in between? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So it's 9 tiles from pole to pole. So it's 9, 18, 27, 36, 36, plus one more, 37. Or 36 plus 36, 72, plus one more, that's 73. Versus 74. Okay, so if I want this to be tileable, I need one more tile. All right, so let's do this. Move all that over by one tile. Whoops. Okay, I think that's right. Now the power pole goes onto the third tile of the path on the left. And this one is on the third tile on the path on the left. Okay, so I think this is good. All right, so it's a little bit asymmetrical. I could put another one here. That makes it more symmetrical, doesn't it? Okay. Let's decide how many of these. Let's do the flames like every second one. Okay, and now actually I think I can put that there, right? That's the same one as this. Yeah. And this one will just get fed from both sides. Right, so when I copy it, that one will have two inserters, one from each side. That's okay. Ah, crud. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I have 9 positions. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I have 9 positions. So why is this? Now when I do this, I'm going to have 2 flame turrets right next to each other. Oh, it's because I did that wrong. There, every second one. Let's see. I need pipe. Here's the pipe. And it reaches with a single span, which is lovely. And I don't think I need a supply of oil for every single wall section. And I'll put a pipe section on the end on both sides, just to include that in the blueprint. Okay, and then we'll have a power pole come down here. We can have this request the good ammo, and we'll give it a single drone. Where are my drones at? There we go. Alright, where's that attack coming from? Okay, they got taken out. That's good. And should we include some lights? Yeah, I think some lights would be very nice. Let me get some glass. Here's some glass. Oh. No, that's steel. Glass is up here. Alright. Ah, that's no good. Let's get some copper wire. Although the handcrafting is definitely going much faster now, which is great. Let's just have a couple stacks of this on hand. Okay. I should probably just make those in the mall. But then I'm going to have to bring glass to the mall. I'll wait till I have bots. I'll just craft them by hand in the meantime. Okay. So we got gobs of ammo. Yeah, we'll put a light with each of the flame turrets. That'll look nice. Okay, and then let's go out 2 tiles from where the laser turret is going to be. Make sure it's got power, which it does. Whoops. Okay, and then we can build some of those dragon teeth, which I'll show you in a minute if you're not familiar already. Where is my car? Because my car is where all the walls are. Okay, let's go over and get my car and bring it back over here. I have a lot of steel beams for some reason. I'll dump some of those in the car if I have room. Anything for the crusher? Not really. Okay. All right. So this gets built like that. And hopefully it'll work out so that this tiles. Okay, so the first one is even with the left pipe. Okay, yeah, so that looks like it might line up well. Let's try it. Wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. Okay, and then I'll copy that whole thing and repeat the pattern one more time. Right, and this essentially just forms an obstacle for the biters to kind of slow them down as they are approaching the wall. Giving our turrets more time to take them out. Okay, so I'll remove that. And I think that's about it. Now for the fuel, we'll put a fuel depot here. Let me open this up for a minute. I need to get rid of some of this ammo. Okay. So we're going to put a request depot right there. Okay, and that's going to request, what can I burn in these? Oil. Right, so these can burn, the icons are different than vanilla, but that's crude oil, heavy oil, and light oil. So for now we'll just use crude oil since we have plenty of that. Light oil or heavy oil will do more damage than crude, and light oil will do more damage than heavy. So if you want maximum damage, you give it light oil. Oh, you know what? I probably shouldn't include this in the primary blueprint. All right, well, I'll build it and I'll take it out. Okay, and then we'll give this a transport drone. Okay, so now let's make the blueprint. We'll just come all the way down to there. I'm going to hold down Shift so I can edit. Okay, so I'm going to remove this. I'm going to remove that, since that's not going to be everywhere. I guess I can leave this. Yeah, see, I really don't want that underground there either, to be honest. Hang on. I'm just going to temporarily replace that with a belt. Okay, so remove that, remove this, and everything else stays. We'll call this the wall. Let's put a little turret icon there so we know what this is for. Okay, then we'll save that. And then I can delete the turret blueprint. And then we'll put this back to the way that it was so it can get its delivery. There we go. Okay, so then as soon as we get oil there, then these will be fueled. I wonder if I should put some pumps in there. Yeah, let's make 2 pumps. And I'll put a pump on both sides. There. That way we can use just one of these depots to feed lots of these turrets. What do they use? Consumption. Okay, 3 oil per second. So they don't use a lot of oil. Let me put another. I'll put another drone in there. Okay, I just want to wait for them to get back to make sure it all gets fueled up properly. All right, here comes the oil. Okay, awesome. All right. So that'll be the wall, and hopefully that'll take us through until the late game. I know there might be more and better weapons at some point. Let's see. Got railgun turrets. Got the artillery, of course. Rocket turrets. Antimatter ammo. Alright, so it looks like we have some pretty exciting toys to play with once we get more research done. So at some point we may upgrade this or completely replace it. I don't know. We'll see. But I think this will do quite well in the meantime. So if we look at our turret ranges, yeah, you know, it's hard to see. Oops. Let's get in something darker. Yeah, so just the gun turret comes up to about here. And the flame turret goes out to about here. So when we get attacks coming in, flamethrowers will start shooting, and then once they get closer, the gun turrets will kick in. And of course, when we have laser turrets as well, those will begin firing even before the flames do. So the hope is that most of the biters will get killed before they even reach the teeth here. But if they don't, then the gun turrets will help to finish them off. Okay, well, good. That used up a good 40 minutes, so I don't think I'll get into circuits right now. We'll save that for the next episode. But I'm thinking to put green circuit production down here where I've got an empty grid section. Let's see. And then it would probably be a good idea between episodes for me to just start expanding the grid so that I have more empty grids available to build stuff ahead of time so that we don't have to build those during each episode. So I'll probably work on that a little bit between now and the next episode when we do circuits. But I think I'll do the circuits here. And then we can, start expanding out. So So we'll do circuits there, and then if I have time, I'll make like another column and maybe another row of grid squares all around this area so that we've got more space to work in. And as I build those, I'll put in this new wall design all around there as well. You know, and maybe even start retrofitting the rest of the wall to the same design. All right, cool. Well, thanks a lot for watching, everybody. Hope to see you soon. Bye-bye.